Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a life vibrant and full of promise suddenly stolen, replaced by the suffocating weight of concrete and the endless ticking of a clock that measures not days, but stolen decades. This isn't just a story. It's a chilling whisper from the past, a question etched into the heart of justice itself. What if the very system designed to protect us instead condemned the innocent? What if the truth, the undeniable scientific truth, lay hidden for 37 agonizing years, waiting to tear down a carefully constructed lie? Tonight, we peel back the layers of a nightmare that defined a man's entire adult life. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about justice, resilience, and the relentless fight for a life unlived. Imagine Marcus Jones's life back in 1983, a vibrant tapestry of daily routines, family laughter, and dreams for the future. He wasn't a public figure or a person of immense wealth. He was simply a young black man living his life in Jacksonville, Florida. Picture him on a typical evening. Perhaps he'd just finished a shift, looking forward to a quiet night, maybe a game with friends, or simply relaxing with his beloved mother, Eleanor. His world was ordinary, filled with the simple everyday joys we all cherish. That ordinary life, however, was about to be obliterated. A horrific crime shattered the community's peace. A young woman was brutally murdered. The shock was palpable, the fear widespread. With public outcry mounting, the pressure on law enforcement to swiftly apprehend a suspect became immense. And it was in this atmosphere of urgency and demand for answers that the insidious cracks in the justice system began to show, leading directly to Marcus Jones. The primary evidence against him: the dubious word of a jailhouse informant, an individual whose testimony was exchanged for potential leniency in their own case. As legal professionals frequently caution, such incentivized testimonies are inherently unreliable, a dangerous shortcut that has led to countless wrongful convictions, transforming fleeting rumors into fabricated facts within a courtroom. But the most damning piece of proof was the forensic evidence bite mark analysis. A so-called expert testified with chilling confidence that the bite marks found on the victim's body were an undeniable match for Marcus Jones's teeth. In the early 80s, this was presented as cutting-edge science, an irrefutable smoking gun. Yet what we now understand, and what forensic science experts have since definitively concluded, is that bite mark analysis is a pseudoscience riddled with subjectivity and a horrifyingly high rate of error. It lacks the foundational scientific validity to be reliable in identifying individuals. This wasn't just a flawed technique. It was a devastating blind spot in the pursuit of justice, a scientific misdirection that stole decades of life. Despite his fervent denials, the weight of this flimsy evidence, combined with the informant's dubious claims, was enough. The trial moved swiftly, almost predestined. The jury returned a guilty verdict, and then came the chilling pronouncement, a sentence to death row. In that single, shattering moment, Marcus Jones's vibrant future dissolved, replaced by a dark, unimaginable void. And so Marcus Jones was swallowed whole by the belly of the beast, death row. This wasn't merely incarceration, it was a living purgatory. Imagine the suffocating isolation, the relentless clang of heavy steel doors, the acrid smell of disinfectant and despair, the constant low hum of anxiety that permeated every cell. Every sunrise marked another day closer to an undeserved end. Marcus Jones wasn't just doing time, he was fighting a silent internal war to preserve his sanity, to remember the man he was before, and to keep the fragile flicker of hope alive against the overwhelming certainty of his situation. He battled moments of profound despair, staring into the abyss of his stolen future, yet he clung fiercely to his unwavering belief in his innocence, a silent rebellion against the crushing weight of the injustice. While Marcus Jones endured his solitary battle, his family waged a relentless war on the outside. His mother Eleanor Jones and his sister Maya Jones became his fiercest, most tireless advocates. Picture them, a mother's undying love fueling countless phone calls to unresponsive lawyers, letters typed with trembling hands, pleas sent to anyone who might listen. They poured their life savings into legal fees, faced skepticism from every corner, and carried the heavy burden of public judgment and the quiet despair of a son and brother unjustly condemned. Their fight was largely invisible, an exhausting, lonely marathon of hope against an overwhelming, often indifferent system. This wasn't just Marcus Jones's fight. It was the profound sacrifice of loved ones who stand by you when the world has turned its back. This chapter in Marcus Jones's life highlights a deeply troubling truth about our justice system once someone is deemed guilty. Breaking free is an almost impossible feat. Legal experts often emphasize the principle of finality of judgment, a cornerstone of stability for the legal system, yet one that can inadvertently become an iron trap for the wrongly convicted. The avenues for appeal narrow with each passing year, and the burden of proof for innocence shifts dramatically to the incarcerated individual, often with minimal state resources for investigation. It's a cruel paradox. You're innocent, but the system is designed to keep you in. As a society, we often make the grave mistake of equating conviction with guilt, creating an implicit bias that makes it incredibly difficult for individuals like Marcus Jones to gain public sympathy or secure the critical legal aid they so desperately need. This collective societal shrug, this quiet resignation, becomes another layer of the injustice, amplifying the silence of the falsely imprisoned. Decades crawled by, each one a stark reminder of a life systematically stolen. But deep within the labyrinth of legal precedent and forgotten files, a quiet revolution was brewing, led by a group of passionate warriors, the Innocence Project. These aren't your typical courtroom heroes. They are meticulous, relentless, fueled by an unshakable belief in justice and the groundbreaking power of modern DNA technology. Imagine them sifting through dusty, brittle case files from long-closed investigations, meticulously reviewing decades-old evidence, searching for that single, often overlooked thread of hope in a tangled web of despair. They are the unsung champions who understand that sometimes the truth isn't loud and clear. It's hidden patiently, waiting for the right scientific tool to reveal it. And then, after 37 agonizing years, the impossible happened. A breakthrough so stunning, it felt like a miracle. Tucked away in some forgotten police evidence locker, the original rape kit from 1983, the very one from the crime Marcus Jones was convicted of, was finally discovered. Think about that for a moment, the most crucial piece of physical evidence, either primitively tested or tragically overlooked for nearly 4 decades. It was like finding a buried treasure, but instead of gold, this box held the irrefutable key to a man's freedom. This wasn't just a forgotten box. It was the last desperate hope. The Innocence Project lawyers knew this was their chance. They immediately sent the kit for modern, sophisticated DNA testing. And this is where the truly transformative power of science meets justice. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is the unique genetic blueprint of life, a fingerprint found in every cell of our body. Unlike fallible eyewitness accounts or subjective forensic interpretations, DNA provides an objective scientific identification. Legal and scientific experts universally acknowledge DNA as the gold standard in forensic evidence, capable of both pinpointing perpetrators and definitively excluding innocent individuals with near-perfect accuracy. The results came back, and the emotional impact was instantaneous. The legal team felt it first, a cautious tremor of relief, quickly followed by a profound shockwave. Marcus Jones's DNA was not on that kit, not a single trace. Instead, the analysis revealed the DNA of 2 other individuals who had never even been suspects in the original investigation. One had tragically since passed away, the other was already serving time for an unrelated, serious crime. Can you imagine the sheer gut-wrenching realization? It wasn't just that Marcus Jones was innocent. It was that the true perpetrators had been walking free, or at least unpunished for this crime, while an innocent man languished on death row. This wasn't just a discovery. It was a complete shattering of the original narrative, a definitive exoneration. The state attorney's office, confronted with this irrefutable DNA evidence, moved swiftly and decisively to acknowledge the monumental error a crucial legal step that paved the way for Marcus Jones's release. The legal team immediately filed a motion to overturn the conviction. The wheels of justice, though agonizingly slow, were finally irrevocably turning towards the truth. The day Marcus Jones stepped out of prison, the world must have looked blindingly bright, almost alien. 37 years on death row. Think about that number. 37 birthdays, Christmases, family gatherings, all celebrated behind bars under the constant shadow of an execution he didn't deserve. But on that glorious day, the sun wasn't just shining. It was a beacon of pure, unfiltered freedom, a warmth he hadn't truly felt in almost 4 decades. The emotional reunion with his now elderly mother Eleanor and his sister Maya was a sight to behold, a powerful mix of profound joy for his return, intertwined with the unspoken grief for all the years stolen, the moments missed, the life unlived. It was a beautiful, heartbreaking tableau of enduring love. But imagine walking out of that prison into a world you barely recognize. In 1983, there was no internet, no smartphones, no GPS, no social media. Now, a dizzying array of technology dominates every aspect of life. Simple things we take for granted, making a phone call, navigating a grocery store, even just crossing a busy street, became overwhelming challenges for Marcus Jones. Psychological experts who specialize in re-entry often describe this as a profound culture shock, where the familiar frameworks of daily life have completely vanished. It's like being dropped onto an alien planet. This isn't just freedom, it's a profound, disorienting transformation. And the cost. Oh, the cost of injustice is immeasurable. Marcus Jones didn't just lose 37 years of his life. He lost the chance to build a career, to find love, to raise a family, to witness his parents grow old, to simply experience the mundane joys and sorrows of everyday existence. He lost his youth, his prime, everything that defines a human life. While many states have enacted compensation statutes for wrongful convictions, legal scholars and advocates frequently highlight how these amounts, though significant, are often woefully inadequate to truly address the decades of lost earnings, the profound psychological damage, and the irreversible physical decline suffered during wrongful imprisonment. It's a stark reminder that even when justice finally prevails, the scars run deep, often for a lifetime. But despite the unimaginable loss, Marcus Jones embarked on the arduous journey of rebuilding. He began to adapt, to learn to find new meaning. His story isn't just about injustice. It's about the extraordinary resilience of the human spirit, the quiet determination to find hope and purpose even after facing the darkest of adversities. It's a testament to the fact that even when everything is taken from you, you can still find a way to stand tall and reclaim your life. He found solace in the simplest of freedoms, the taste of a home-cooked meal, the feel of grass beneath his bare feet, the quiet joy of watching a sunset without bars. Marcus Jones's journey from death row to freedom isn't just a personal victory. It's a powerful echo that reverberates through the halls of justice, urging change. He's no longer just an exoneree. He's a living testament to the catastrophic flaws in our system, a voice for the countless others still voiceless. He now speaks out, shares his story, and uses his unimaginable experience to advocate for systemic change. Imagine him standing before lawmakers, speaking to university students, or simply sharing his truth on a podcast. His words carry the immutable weight of 37 lost years, making him an undeniable force for good. And what's fascinating yet heartbreaking is the concept of post-exoneration trauma. As psychological experts who work with exonerees confirm, the emotional and mental scars often persist long after physical freedom is granted. The chronic stress of wrongful imprisonment, the loss of identity, and the struggle to reintegrate into a transformed world can lead to unique psychological challenges. It's not a fairy tale ending. Freedom often comes with its own enduring battles. Marcus Jones's case, along with countless others illuminated by DNA technology, has driven tangible shifts within the justice system. We've seen the definitive discrediting of discredited forensic techniques, like the infamous bite mark analysis. Scientific bodies, including the National Academy of Sciences, have vehemently called for rigorous, peer-reviewed validation of all forensic disciplines directly influenced by the long history of wrongful convictions stemming from unreliable methods. There's a growing push for mandatory DNA testing of old, untested evidence in violent crime cases, ensuring that no stone is left unturned. And increasingly, prosecutors' offices are establishing conviction integrity units, dedicated teams that proactively review past convictions for potential errors, a crucial step towards self-correction within the legal system. These are not just bureaucratic adjustments. They are vital safeguards born from the profound suffering of people like Marcus Jones. So what's the ultimate lesson from Marcus Jones's incredible journey? For all of us, it's a powerful reminder to be vigilant, to question, and to never blindly accept what seems conclusive without critical thought and corroborating evidence. Legal scholars emphasize that a truly just system requires constant scrutiny, a profound commitment to admitting errors, and a willingness to prioritize truth over finality or institutional pride. For those who have been wronged, who feel overwhelmed by injustice, or who simply feel powerless in their lives, Marcus Jones's story offers a profound message. Truth, though it may take decades, can and will eventually prevail. His journey is a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit, a beacon of hope proving that even after the longest, darkest night, the dawn will eventually break. His nightmare ended, but the work to ensure no one else suffers a similar fate continues. It's a legacy of resilience, a fight for a better future, and a powerful call to action for us all. Marcus Jones's story isn't just an incredible tale of survival, it's a mirror reflecting the cracks in our own society. Every one of those 37 years he lost wasn't just a number, it was a stolen memory, a missed laugh, a dream unfulfilled. His journey reminds us that while justice can be agonizingly slow, the fight for truth is always worth it. But here's the crucial takeaway: Marcus Jones is free, but the work isn't over. How many other innocent voices are still trapped in the shadows, waiting for their truth to be heard? If Marcus's unwavering spirit ignited something in you, if his fight for justice resonated with your own desire for a better world, then do us a huge favor, hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear this story, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us amplify these crucial stories and push for a justice system that truly serves everyone. And I want to hear from you. What moment in Marcus's journey impacted you the most, and what steps do you think we need to take to ensure no one else endures the unseen years? Let's keep this vital conversation going in the comments below.